Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I had a pretty busy day. Yeah, I was out with my mom. I had to run errands, had to pick a few things up from the grocery store. I had to go to the doctor. So now I'm back home. For breakfast I ate Kix. For lunch I usually pack food, but being that I can't eat sandwich meat anymore or anything processed. There really wasn't anything for me to pack to eat in the house to take out for lunch. So for lunch, I experimented and I had Chipotle for lunch. I kept it very basic. I had just rice and chicken wrapped up in a burrito. I didn't get sour cream. I didn't get cheese. I didn't get guacamole, beans, or any of the sort. I just got regular rice and chicken with a half a spoon of tomatoes. That's it. I ate one half bolus for it, and I waited about 2 hours to have the other half. For dinner tonight, I'm going to have mashed potatoes and chicken, rotisserie chicken. I made some mashed potatoes the other day. Just boiled some mashed potatoes in water, whipped them up with salt, pepper, and chicken broth. Yeah, after I eat that, I'm going to hook up to my feeds. So yeah, hooking up to my feeds can be very tricky because if my blood sugar is over 250, I cannot hook up to my feeds. And right now my blood sugar is 129. So when I'm on my feeds, I get 3 units of insulin every hour. I am on my feeds from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Or remember when sometimes when I do want to take a break, I'm on it from the latest I will go on is at 8:30. On April 2nd, I'm having another procedure done to swap out my tubes. Right now, I'm still going to have the JTube, but the tube that I have, it literally hangs from my stomach and it makes me feel like I'm an elephant, like I have an elephant trunk. So this is me. So this is the tube. This is the tube that I have now. This is the J side, which I get my feeds through, and this is the G side. When I'm nauseous, I vent through this side. I flush this maybe once a week so it doesn't get clogged. Luckily I flushed it this morning because it had a whole bunch of like gook and stuff that it didn't digest, and it came through the tube. And the J side, I flush twice before I hook up and twice when I get off. If I do not flush right away, the tube will clog. When I got it in the hospital, it clogged up maybe 4 days after having it, and they didn't replace it until a week after. They tried everything and it did not unclog. It actually got clogged twice in the hospital. The first time around, the G side, this side, that got clogged, the one that I vent through, it got clogged. Vomiting crazy, like really, really bad. They had to give me something called an EJ, an IV in my neck. I have this scar on this side or that side, but yeah, it got clogged. So right now I am going to eat, get ready for bed, and then hook up to the feeds. I will be back. I have a pretty busy week this week. I have a pretty busy rest of this month. Let me go ahead and eat before it gets too late, and I will be back. Tomorrow for breakfast I might eat cream of wheat, but lately when I've been eating cream of wheat, TMI, but lately it's been giving me the runs. Like I don't know why. Yeah, but why is it spicy? The water, Diet Peach Snapple, Diet Mango Tea Snapple, or that's it. I'm not even gonna eat all of my food. So what I do is, if I'm going to eat carbs throughout the day, I will more than likely skip skip my feeds for that day if I do intake a lot of carbohydrates. If I do not intake carbohydrates throughout the day, I will hook up to my feed. So for example, if I eat cereal for breakfast, pasta, mashed potatoes, whatever for lunch, same thing, rice, mashed potatoes, or whatever for dinner, it's a lot of starch, a lot of carbs, I won't hook up to my feeds because my feeds are very high in fat, calories, sugar, protein. It's just too much. But if I just have cereal for breakfast and throughout the day I'll eat protein or whatever, I'll hook up to my feeds. Okay, so it is that time for me to hook up to my feeds. First things first, I'm going to turn on the feeder. I think this is the Kangaroo Joey or whatever. I'm going to keep my settings. So my settings is 95 milliliters per hour. I think it's per hour. So I'm going to open the bag. It looks like this. So when I was in the hospital, I had a double bag. One was filled with the feeds and the other was filled with water, and every hour I would get a water flush. But being that I am home staying hydrated, I don't necessarily need the water flush. So after I hook the bag to the top, tube it. When I set up the tube, it's pretty straightforward. It's not that difficult. So it looks like this, and I put this part right here, and I am going to do it on here, loop it around, put that there. Okay. Tubing is now inside. What I'm going to do now is transfer the solution into the bags. I only do 3 bottles at a time because the more the name of the feed is osmolite. The more osmolite I put into the bag, the longer it's going to sit in the bag and it's going to harden. So I just do 3 bottles, and then when I'm almost kind of finished, I add 2 more. So throughout the 12 hours, I use 5 bottles altogether. So bottle of osmolite looks like this. It is 355 calories for this one container. Grams of fat, 15 grams of protein. I'm not sure how much sugar it has in here, but it has 0 fiber. So yeah. After I, put the feeds in, I close the top. This top is really hard to close. Oh, I got it. And then I prime it. I don't do the auto prime. I hold it. So I take the top off, because if you don't take the top off when you're priming it, the top is going to fly somewhere because of the pressure that's pushing the trying to push the liquids through. I did it before and almost took my eye out. Oh, wrong finger. So I'm going to prime it. I haven't tasted it. Some people drink it. You can drink it. They said it tastes just like Nutriment or what is the other one? Nutriment or Ensure. I'm not a fan of either one. Ensure is way too sweet. Never had Nutriment. Stop it. Once the formula gets to like the tip of the top, I stop it. I cap it back. Hook it up here. Do is before I flush, I turn my temp basil on, because sometimes when I flush, I forget to turn my temp basil on, and I'll be high all night figuring out why am I so high, and then I'll look at my pump like, oh, I forgot to turn it on. So my temp basil is 3.5 units for a duration of 8 hours. Do I only do it for 8 hours? Is because I'm getting 3.5 units every hour, so the insulin will stack, and then when I discontinue the feeds after 8 hours, there's still insulin on board and my blood sugar will continue to drop. I get insulin for 8 hours, and then the rest of the 4 hours I do not get insulin. The temporary basal cuts off by itself. If my blood sugar is over 250, I cannot go on my feeds because my blood sugar is going to keep going high, 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 high. It's going to be very hard to get it down. And then if it's high, when I'm on and then I still bolus for my blood sugar being high, I did that once before. I bolused when my blood sugar was high when I was on the feeds. And I was still getting the 3.5 units every hour. I dropped down very fast. It was time to flush and then get on my feed. So flush with sterile water. Every day I boil water and I put it in a bottle like this. This is the saline. The red letters is the saline. I clean around my site with this. If you flush your tubing with this, your stomach is going to hurt so bad, and it's going to give you the runs. It is going to give you the runs. So I put about that much water in. What you do is you unclamp the J side, put the syringe in, and oh, it was already unclamped. Wow. Okay, so you flush. You don't want this to be clogged because it is a pain to unclog it. If you do run into an error of clogging, it gets clogged by an accident, flush it with Pepsi or ginger ale. So I clamp it back. Then I take the top off, put it on, I unclamp it, and then I press done, and then I press run, and I will be on this for the next 12 hours. Yeah, it's very straightforward, quick, easy, and simple. How to hook up, how to flush, how to put the feeds inside of the bottle. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for the continued support, and I will see you guys later.